We're gonna be really serious right now. I have a problem. I have a problem buying books. So let's haul them so you can see just how messed up I am. Hi guys, it's Alyssa. I have a problem, and it's that I buy too many books. I get sent too many books, and I read too many books, and books, I can make a whole house out of books at this point. So we're just gonna bask in the glory of me drowning in more books, and I will never finish them because I will die before I'm capable of finishing them. So we are inching closer to 500 subscribers. We're trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to ask you, if you're watching this, if you're one of the like 70% of people who are watching this and are not subscribed, please if you feel so inclined, hit the subscribe button, follow me along on this lovely bookish addiction. I've got some interesting stuff coming. I've just started working on one long-term reading vlog. I've got another thing that I'm actually filming today that's like a sort of requires me to film over a couple days. That should be kind of a fun vloggy thing for us, and then all your standard stuff. But guys, I really appreciate you all being here, and thank you to everybody who has subscribed. You guys are wonderful and amazing, and I just want to build the happiest, bestest bookish community that I can over here in this little space of the internet. So let's haul some books. I don't even know where to start, so we're just gonna take stuff off the pile. Ride or Die. This was sent to me by William Mara. It is a contemporary, kind of about two best friends who decide that they're just gonna live together because forget men, and then I guess they have some decisions they have to make because eventually one falls in love with somebody. But it's like my ideal situation. Just live with your best girlfriends. Screw the boys, but it's really cute. Thank you, William Mara. Next, I have, I get this wrong every time. The Crown of Gilded Bones by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is a pre-order, and this is the third book in the From Blood and Ash series, and I'm really excited to get to this. I'm trying to clear the decks of a few books. It'll probably be more of a May book. But I do have some other reading vlogs going on in May, so we'll see. Next, I have this little book called A Single Shard, which it's probably easier to see it in its, obviously I bought this used. It is a middle grade story about a boy in Korea, I believe it's a boy in Korea, and it was recommended to me because I mentioned that I didn't know a lot about Korean history, and that this would be like, it's kind of like a nice little dip your toe in the water of Korean history, because I read Pachinko this past month or in April, and I really thought that Pachinko was going to be more based in, hello neighbor, more based in like Korea, but it's actually about Koreans in Japan. So this kind of is to fill in that gap.
This is going to be long. This is going to be a long one. I'm going to try to go fast.
I've been wanting this for a long time, and I was doing a book order anyway, so I ordered myself a copy of the new Jim Crow because I've never read it, and I sort of feel like I need to. I also ordered myself finally a hard copy of The Banned Book Club, which is this graphic novel that's also set in Korea, I believe, in South Korea in the 80s. And it's following this group of college students and this one particular character, and they end up in this banned book club. But it's basically a really good book that proves the power of books and why our words matter. And given everything else that's been happening in the bookish community right now, I don't want to get into the drama, but just so you know, do not agree that words don't have meaning and that we can just read books blindly. I think that it's nice to do that sometimes, but to pull your blinders on and not see the plight of other people in this world and ignore that is, I mean, that is a privilege. And if you can't even admit that, like anyway, books are important. Read this graphic novel. If you're on the fence with everything that was going on over on Bookstagram and you somehow aren't sure if books really can just be for pure entertainment or if books actually can change the world, here's a really easy way to figure it out and prove it to yourself. Because dictatorships don't control media and words for no reason. Anywho, I got some books from Hachette that are nonfiction books. I got Undoing Drugs, which is about a sort of different approach to dealing with drug addiction. modeled after, I think like Norway or something like that. Is it Norway? I feel like it was a Scandinavian country. It's modeling after a different way of dealing with it and how this might, stop just feeding people into the prison industrial complex and actually help people with drug addictions. I thought it would be interesting. I got Controlling Women, which is the book about our reproductive rights and fighting for them. That sounded really interesting. I got White Tears, Brown Scars, How White Feminism Betrays Women of Color. My friend Pam, the Punlet, recommended this to me as a good follow-up to Hood Feminism, which I read last year, which is really good. So I'm gonna read this. And a lot of these things came out of the whole buckwheat scandal. So just so you know, I know that I've read her books and have been very supportive of her works in the past. I do not condone people going on and doing these 1-star ratings for, you do you, you're going to do whatever you want, but I just think that that's kind of, I don't know, just seems kind of mean, but she definitely is not helping herself at all. So, but just so you know, I will not be finishing her series and I have no plans of continuing to support her in any way because I just don't agree. Anyway, I don't agree with anything she's doing. Moving on. I got myself a hard copy of another graphic novel that I read as an ARC, and that is Guantanamo Voices. This is a set of interviews with different people that are part of Guantanamo Bay. Inmates, lawyers, like guardsmen, stuff like that, and people like that. And each interview has a different artist drawing it, so the art is really varied. But it's really beautifully done and really important. I feel like people have forgotten and that these people there are people still in Guantanamo and, they are people, and it's just a really beautiful book and it sheds a little bit of light on something that I think a lot of us kind of out of sight, out of mind. It's a really, really good book. And I feel like schools should have this book. I'm kind of overwhelmed every time I look this way because that's where the stack is. I have some books for the passing reading project that I'm doing with Book Lady Reads and my fellow co-host of TBR Lowdown, Naomi. I have this one which is Passing and the Fictions of Identity, which I think is a bunch of different short stories or essays by different people talking about the idea of passing. This is obviously an older collection of stories. Oh, cute, someone wrote in this. It's obviously used. We're delving into as much as possible as we can under this idea of passing. And it does kind of keep growing. Like it obviously started in this idea of, a brown person passing for a white person. But it's kind of we're kind of starting to bat around different ideas of all the different ways that marginalized groups, where you could have like one group that can pass as a normal, whatever is normal, and the rest of the marginalized group, can't pass for normal, and how you have different lived experiences, how they affect your psyche differently. So I feel like this project's just gonna kind of keep growing and have a life of its own. We're hoping for this to just kind of be a deep dive dialogue of and look at what this phenomena is and how it affects people. So I'm gonna shut up about it because we're gonna talk about it on Sunday. I also got No Sleep Till Wonderland by Paul Tremblay. I've read a couple Paul Tremblays and they were good, so this looked really good. This came from William Morrow as well. This one's gonna be hard to show you because it's so darn shiny. This is The Anatomy of Desire by L.R. Dorn, which also came from William Morrow, and it is a thriller for fans of riveting true crime series a la Serial and Making a Murderer. The Anatomy of Desire is a modern tale of crime and punishment, exploring unbridled ambition, blinding passion, and the dark side of desire. So that sounded really cool to me. I also got a copy of Octavia Butler's Dawn. I have never read any Octavia Butler, and I need to fix that soon. This came from Grand Central Pub, and I'm super excited. They've been re-releasing a lot of these books with the new covers, and I don't really care what the cover is. I just really want to read her, and because I know everybody loves her. Recently, a whole bunch of my friends have read Kindred, and I'm like, they're all have been just so excited about it. So I'm gonna have to do that. Have Meet Me in Another Life, also from William Morrow. says, this is a powerful and poignant speculative love story about a man and a woman whose paths continue to cross in different lifetimes, a thrilling and imaginative exploration of what truly defines us and how our choices can change everything. Perfect for fans of The Time Traveler's Wife. My mouth doesn't work today. Wherever. And Life After Life. So anyway, it sounded fun, kind of escapism if I ever get to go on a vacation. I got The Unfit Heiress, also from Grand Central. So it says, the riveting story of the unfit heiress unfolds through the brilliant research of this Audrey Claire Farley, who captures the interior lives of these women and poses questions that remain relevant today. What does it mean to be unfit to be a mother? In the battle for reproductive rights, can we forgive the women who side against us? Can we forgive our mothers if they are the ones who inflict the deepest wounds? At the turn of the 20th century, many American women began to cast off the restraints of Victorian propriety, choosing instead to chase passion and fulfillment outside the home. This revolution in morals alarmed authorities, who feared a certain oversexed woman could destroy civilization if allowed to pass on their defects to their children. The newly popular science of eugenics offered a disturbing solution. In 1934, aided by California state eugenics laws and inspired by greed, and famed socialite Marion Cooper Hewitt conspired with two corrupt doctors to sterilize her promiscuous daughter without her knowledge. She did so to deprive Anne of millions of dollars from her father's estate, as Anne's inheritance depended on continuing the family lineage. A sensational court case ensued, captivating the American public as well as eugenicists, who saw it as a pivotal moment to restrict reproductive rights for decades to come. So, yeah. Heavy, but I feel like something we must read. This might be for a book tour, Invisible. It just sounded really good. Basically, it's about a young boy who has his parents taken by ICE, and he doesn't know who he can trust, and it's a story about immigration in America, and I know it's probably gonna make me cry. So I think this is for a book tour. Booksparks actually sent me Lakewood and When Stars Rain Down. I really wanted Lakewood, which just sounds super creepy and dark. It's about a Black millennial who drops out of college and takes on a job in a mysterious remote town in Michigan. The job's too good to be true. And then obviously she starts to find out why it's too good to be true. And it's supposed to be really spooky, and like the cover is just awesome. I'm really excited about it. We're gonna put that over here so I remember to take photos of it for Bookstagram. And then there's also this one that is set in the mid-30s in Georgia. So basically it's a look at small southern towns and race and the things that are still plaguing us today. I have 2 copies. I don't know why Scribner sent me 2 copies of Eleanor in the Village finished. I have an arc of it. Yes, I'm going to be giving these away, so if anybody wants one, just let me know. I mean, it's nice. I've got the pictures in here, which I didn't have in the arc. Obviously, I didn't have this in the arc. So you get to see her. So Scribner did send me that. I have the Pisces, which is for a reading vlog that I'm doing of a bunch of books, and it's just a really weird love story. The Bright and the Pale is a sort of Russian fairy tale kind of story that came in one of my book boxes, and I've seen it all over. It's inspired by Russian folklore. It's an epic fantasy debut. It's a thrilling page turner with romance, tragedy, magic, and monsters that will stay with you till the very end. So it's pretty, and I like things Russian, so that I'm excited about. You saw this once before, but I did get Haunted from one of my viewers, and thank you again. You did not have to. You have seen this came in an unplugged box, and this came in an unplugged box. So The Bone Maker and Dragonfly Girl. I have not read either of these yet, but I really do plan to. Brief update, I did read this, which came in like a month or 2 ago's unplugged book box. If I tell you the truth, so good. I brought it down so I can talk about it in my wrap up. I have Less Than Zero by Bret Easton Ellis, which is also for a reading vlog and this just sounds
really pretentious.
Spoiled children of Los Angeles who have it all: sex, drugs, fast cars, air-conditioned mansions. It's set sort of in the 80s, and it just sounds really pompous. This is a really good friend of Honest Hearts, or they went to school together or something like that. So I'm expecting really pretentious. This all has, there's a theme that Mac puts these all together, but we'll talk about it when we get to that vlog. I have Knock 'em Stiff. So Donald Ray Pollock peers into the soul of a tough Midwestern American town to reveal its sad, stunted, and resilient lives of its residents. Is a genuine, Knock 'em Stiff is a genuine entry into the literature of place. So I guess it's set between the 60s and the 90s, and it's about a bunch of different people in a small town, and it sounds like they're all pretty terrible. That's part of the same reading vlog as Pisces and Less Than Zero. Also in that reading vlog, I have Tampa, which this cover just, I keep thinking it's a vagina. It's not. This is, I think, supposed to be sexy. Celeste Price is a 26-year-old, beautiful, smart, married with a handsome man with money, and starts a new job as a junior high school teacher. As the school year begins, Celeste has chosen to seduce the naive Jack Patrick, a quiet and thoughtful boy in awe of his teacher. When I do the vlog, it'll make sense why I'm reading some terrible stuff. I also have the Roanoke Girls. It says Roanoke Girls shocks and tantalizes, exploring the secrets families keep and the fierce, terrible love that binds them to each other and rips them apart. So it sounded actually very good. That's all part of this reading vlog. Winter's Bone is part of this reading vlog. I don't know. I think this is like a murder mystery or something in the Ozarks. We have this really cute book of cautionary verses. It's got like little illustrations in it. That's part of this reading vlog. Charlotte Gray. One day this will all make sense, I swear to God. And this is kind of like a World War II historical fiction. And then I also have 5 Days at Memorial, which I started reading and I had to stop last night because I was hysterically crying. And it's about Memorial Hospital during Katrina, where they were basically stuck there for 5 days, and the horror that basically ensues after being stuck in the hospital for 5 days. So with nothing, cut off from everything. So many tears. That's part of this reading vlog. An orchestra of minorities. I can't remember what this is about either, but this is part of the reading vlog. This is set in Nigeria. So it's a brilliant contemporary twist on Homer's Odyssey, told in the mythic style of Igbo, I-G-B-O. How do I say that? Literary tradition. So it's supposed to be really good. It's a really nice copy of it, actually. I didn't know I got such a nice copy of it. So that's part of this reading vlog. I am waiting for a couple more books, and I have a couple books for that reading vlog, but that's everything that I have right now. There's about 12 books in that reading vlog. That's why I said it's gonna take me a while. I have book tours. I have between The Bliss in Me, which you guys have seen. If you follow me on Bookstagram, you should follow me because you see a lot of this. This is about a young girl with some mental illness, and she ends up going to college in New York City and meeting this guy who's in a band, and it's sort of an exploration of mental health in youth, young adults. And then I have these two. I have Zara Hossein is Here and The Love and Lies of Rukhsana Ali. These both sound fantastic. One of them is like queer, and I don't know if the other one's queer. This one's about a Pakistani family in Texas, and somebody like defaces her locker and makes racist comments and vandalizes their house with Islamophobic graffiti, and then Zara basically starts to take matters into her own hands. Sounds very like sad, educational, and also hopefully powerful. The Love and Lies of Rukhsana Ali, I believe, is about an Islamic girl who is queer and how she deals with that within the confines of her family and her religion, I believe. I think I'm oversimplifying this, but also sounds amazing. So I'm super excited. I'm going to get to those soon. They sound fan-flipping-tastic. I also got Her Three Lives by Kate Holohan. I don't know why I said that like that. It's a thriller from Hachette. It's psychological suspense. It just sounds good. I don't know why they sent it to me and the cover is like ripped, but whatever, it's fine. I don't keep most of my thrillers. I'm not gonna get upset about it. Book tours. I haven't done yet. I have Derek Silver's The Princess Electric, and it's the first book in a series, and I am super excited about that one. It is just beautiful, and you'll see more when I post it on Instagram. That's why I say follow me on Instagram. My pre-order of the Anti-Relationship Year came. Kate Wismer is one of my favorite indie authors. This book is new adult contemporary, like perfection. I love it. Love it. New adult contemporary romance. It's definitely romance. It's really, really stinking good. I also bought, and forgot about it because I was drinking while chatting with my friend Emma, but Blood Voyager by Katie Colpe, which just sounds really good. It's kind of like a spacey sci-fi fantasy. So also indie author, learning to speak. I am still learning to speak. I have some more books for the passing reading project. I have the autobiography of the Next Colored Man, which is also like a classic story in the world of passing literature and African American literature. I have Caucasia, which is more of our moving out of classic literature into more contemporary literature. It came up on a lot of our searches when talking about passing or looking for books that talk about passing. So this is probably gonna get read later down the road after we get some more classics under our belt. But we both had, Naomi had this, so I got it to go with her. You saw this Midnight Helm arrived. I'm going to be reading that shortly. And then I also got this lovely, sort of collector's dual edition of Harlem Renaissance novels, because whenever we do finish this passing project, we want to do a Harlem Renaissance project, because Harlem Renaissance literature and art that came out of the Harlem Renaissance is just, and there's a lot of crossover, obviously, because a lot of the discussion of passing in literature and in Black literature starts in the Harlem Renaissance, or at least starts to become popularized and canonized in the Harlem Renaissance period, because in the 20s and 30s, there's a lot of overlap in these. But I have in novels from each book has 5 novels. So I have from the 20s, I have Cane, Home to Harlem, Quicksand, Plum Bun, and The Blacker the Berry. And then in the 1930s edition, I have Not Without Laughter, Black No More, The Conjure Man Dies, and Black Thunder. So I'm really excited to get to these. And frankly, there are probably more books somewhere in this house, but I can't be bothered to go find them. Someone needs to take my credit card away. I can't believe this is only 30 minutes, which means it'll be shorter when I edit it down. I did try to go quickly through this, my friends. You will see some of these books again as they get discussed in different capacities, and send help, because I need to stop. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you being here. If you've made it this far, leave down below book hoarder, and I will hop on and say hi. I think I'm behind on comments again because life is too much. I appreciate you guys coming and watching these and supporting me, and we have so many fun things coming on, give all kinds of different content coming down the pipe, and it's overwhelming and also really wonderful. And I wish that this is what I could do my whole life and I don't need to do anything else, but it's not, so I must do other things. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like and share, send this to your friends, leave a comment, do all the things. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video, whatever it may be, because it's my channel and I can do whatever I want. We survived.
So just sit with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think